This is just a quick little follow-up video to the voltage clamping demonstration that we made a little earlier this evening, showing basically what would happen if some very unlikely failure scenario occurred inside a CDI where it might somehow send very high voltage back into the wiring, to the IBEC, to the receiver and servos. So really this is the same setup as before, 20-30 minutes earlier this evening, but I thought I'd just vary the way we show things here with the spark, just to make it a little more interesting. And basically, that is that we're going to kind of like transition in real time between the spark jumping between the CDI and the simulated spark plug, which is the red lead here. And then we're gonna bring the yellow lead closer, and once it's close enough, it'll actually intercept the spark. It'll start to jump to the yellow wire, and again, that yellow wire is connected to the TVS voltage clamping circuit, which goes straight to the red wires to the plus supply to the CDI, which comes from the IBEC, which goes through the IBEC filtering, but does emanate from all this circuitry, and you're gonna see. Basically that the radio doesn't get hurt and everything keeps working the whole time. We'll go back and forth like that a couple of times. And I'm also going to show you that I can touch this cable here, and I can touch this, and nothing's going to happen. Not to me, at least, or the radio. Okay, so here we go. The radio's already on. We'll turn the IBEC on. Okay, it's our LED indicator. There's our familiar spark jumping and snapping back and forth. This is just like a normal engine running scenario. Everything's working just fine with the radio. And now let's here we go. Just for fun, you can see how it sort of jumped over to the yellow. If I can get it to stay there. Alright. You can see that radio's still working, folks. So even though it's jumping through the air gap into the wiring to the TVS diode, the complete path is from here through here back to the shield, which, by the way, I'm touching and I'm not getting hurt because the voltage, even though it's jumping through the air gap here, it's never higher than about 8 volts across here. That high voltage is all getting dissipated within the CDI. Jumping through the air gap, traveling through the wiring, never exceeding about 8 volts here, all that energy is basically getting eaten up inside the CDI. And the proof of that is that I got a radio working just fine through the IBEC. And to further underscore the point, see how it gets quieter and quieter as I get closer to the resistor? You can still hear it as a servo buzzing a little bit, but and so that, folks, is the end of the second demonstration. Okay, I hope that makes everybody feel a little more comfortable that if they get one of these little TVS voltage clamp circuits, that's the absolute last thing they need to worry about as far as taking care of that possibility.